Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Road to Glory tournament. We are here with the quarterfinals. That's right, 2 episodes in 1 day. Can I get a hashtag double upload in the comments section? You guys always seem so sharp with that, so let's get that going. Tonight, we begin the quarterfinals, and for the quarterfinals, we'll be having, well, from here on in, we'll be having 2 men's matches and 2 women's matches for you guys, and that will be in today's episode. First up, Max Fire making his way down to the ring, and of course, as we found out in the last episode, well, in the last time we saw him, he will be taking on Johnny Entertainment. We've been waiting to see these guys again since the first round. Max Fire with a fantastic performance, beating DJ Assassin in the last round, and now in the quarterfinal stage. Remember though, if he does lose tonight, you can vote for him as your favorite superstar in the tournament, and he can progress to get a WIW contract if you vote for that. The straw polls should be in the description of the last video. I'll try and get him in the description of this video, should that be the case. But his opponent tonight, following his big win against the man who nicknamed himself the Strong Style Killer, Lars Wild, he steps up tonight to take on Max Fire. It is Johnny Entertainment, the man formerly known as Johnny Diamond, ready to entertain the crowd once more. He truly did entertain in his first match against Lars Wild. He put on a fantastic show, really showed off a bit in that match. I feel like Lars Wild didn't really provide the fight that Johnny Entertainment was looking for, as much as I think we were expecting to see Lars Wild bring the fight. But it's going to get much more tougher now as the quarterfinals of the Road to Glory continue. And Johnny Entertainment stepping now up with Max Fire. And remember, in the second men's match, they will be finding out who they will face in the semi-finals, which of course means that will just be, the winner of this will just be 1 match away from Insomnia. Remember, if they win that match at Insomnia, they will be guaranteed a WIW contract. Well, let's see how they get on tonight. Max Fire taking on Johnny Entertainment. Let's see who can make it through to the first spot of the semi-finals. Bell rings and away we go. And straight away Max Fire in with a couple of shots. Not going to waste any time here, kicking off the quarterfinals. Hope you guys have been enjoying the tournament as much as I have. I feel like this has been a fantastic Season 2. And whether or not you guys think it was better than Season 1, you're going to have to let me know. But I think it definitely is up there in contention with Season number 1. Of course, Season number 1 producing some of the big names in WIW today. Of course, James Rowley, former Cruiserweight Champion, the first ever Road to Glory winner. JW Cashman, former television champion. And of course, a man that I've had a lot of business and run-ins with as of late, but he's definitely up there still in the rankings, and of course probably one of the most successful, but the one who didn't even win the runners-up or the tournament is Alex Wilson, who currently is challenging for the Cruiserweight Championship. We are led to believe that may not be confirmed yet, but it's still, there's a high possibility that that could be going through. And of course, he also is a former World Heavyweight Champion, and probably what was one of the Match of the Year candidates. And now Johnny Entertainment going to get some weapons out here. It's of course no disqualification at a Fool's Count, not Fool's Count in the ring only though, but Extreme Rules condition. Look at that! Max Fire drops the ladder on top of Johnny Entertainment, and that ladder could come into play there in the position they're in. Max Fire just beating down Johnny Entertainment, not letting him get himself going here in this man. Max Fire with early control. Oh God, what's he thinking here? Look at this, oh, very nice flip there. Oh God, look at where he's landed. Oh, and he nearly lands on the ladder. Instead lands down on the mat, and then he's flopped onto the ladder now with that big knee. And now Johnny Entertainment finally starting to fire off some shots here. And what can Johnny do now? Dragging him into position, but Max Fire not willing to follow. And the winner of this match, of course, will progress to the semi-finals, where they will be taking on the winner of Nik Hemmerling and Joe Synistrad, the Iceman. And we could be getting a situation of fire and ice should it happen. Oh, and a massive power slam of Max Fire. And should Joe Synistrad and Max Fire make it, we'll be seeing fire versus ice. That'll be interesting, but Johnny Entertainment, I'm sure, has his thing or two to say about that, as I'm sure Nik Hemmerling, the Aussie Brawler, will as well. And Max Fire is been off to a good start here. Johnny Entertainment tried to get the control back on the outside, but Max Fire has stayed with it and has stayed true to it. And look at that, showing off some brilliant agility there is Max Fire. And Max Fire going into the cover here. He thinks he's done enough to progress himself through to the second round, or to the third round, which is the semi-finals, of course. And that is only a 2 count on Johnny Entertainment. And Johnny Entertainment off to a very slow start in this one. Max Fire doing a great job of limiting the offense here of Johnny Entertainment. And beautiful work there with the double foot stomp. And this led to the end last time out when he went for the deadlift gut wrench suplex. And Johnny Entertainment didn't let it happen that time. Now Johnny Entertainment really needs to start firing some offense. Can't do it, and his face crashes into the canvas. Oh, and now he's in trouble. He's going to go for the gut wrench. The deadlift gut wrench suplex. Oh, and a big slam down. And that was enough to knock him out. Not the first person out. Is it enough to knock out Johnny Entertainment? No, Johnny kicks out at 2 in about 3/4 there. Huge kick out, and Max Fire thought he just got himself a spot in the semis. But Johnny Entertainment lives to fight another day. The gut wrench suplex doesn't get it done for Max Fire. Is it going to be enough, though, for Johnny Entertainment just to kick out? He needs to start mounting some offense. There's a big counter into an inverted DDT. Oh, but now look at this. Johnny Entertainment trying to fire up the crowd here. Big double fist drop. And Johnny Entertainment all of a sudden ready to bring some stuff here. Lion Salt. Beautiful. Beautiful springboard offense there by Johnny Entertainment. And now what's Johnny thinking? Getting him up. Massive brainbuster maybe inbound. Oh, and a massive brainbuster by Johnny Entertainment. And now he is hyping himself up in this one all of a sudden. Trying to turn the tables. Max Fire not going to let him though in a big clothesline. Max Fire's had the majority control and he doesn't want to lose it here. Max Fire, there's the double foot stomp again. And that might be enough on its own. Look at this, now going for a line salt of his own. Fantastic work there by Max Fire. Straight into the cover, is that enough? No, it's not. Johnny gets the shoulder up. Max Fire, might have been thinking deadlift gut wrench again. But again, Johnny Entertainment fights his way out. And now Johnny Entertainment has him up on the shoulders. Aeroplane spin. Max Fire being spun around. Can the entertaining man, Johnny Entertainment, fight his way back in this one and extinguish the fire that Max Fire is bringing to the table right now? So many puns on that, I could barely count it. Now Johnny Entertainment, who's trying to hype himself up here, get himself back into this match with a very nice little simple backbreaker there. Now Johnny Entertainment, what can he do now? Trying to fight his way back in. Max Fire with the majority of the control, but Johnny Entertainment starting to fight his way back into this match in the last couple of minutes. And the winner will be taking on, of course, the winner of Nik Hemmerling and Joe Synistrad. And now a submission in the middle of the ring. Camel clutch applied. Max Fire with relative ease managing to fight his way out of that one. Max Fire, thinking something big there. Well countered by Johnny Entertainment into a big elbow strike. And now Johnny Entertainment looking for the Tiger Powerbomb. Got him! Absolutely exhausted. Tiger Powerbomb! And straight into the cover. Is that going to be enough to get the job done and progress to the semi-finals? No, it's not! Well, we knew that the tournament would intensify as the rounds continued. But what heart both these men are showing. Only one spot available in the semi-finals. Who's going to grab it? Max Fire or Johnny Entertainment? Johnny from the middle rope with a huge drop kick and a kip up for style. And Max Fire now needs to find some life in this match just like Johnny did. Gets him up on the shoulders. Dangerous position here. Oh, and a big slam down onto the apron. And straight into the cover he goes. He thinks that might be enough. Is that done enough to get rid of Johnny Entertainment? No, it's another 2.5. Can you believe this? And Max Fire pleading for the 3 count. And it's just not coming. And now look at this with a full head of steam with an elbow drop. I just don't think he has it in him anymore. Can he get the job done? Max Fire's had the majority control, but all of a sudden it's lost. And now Johnny Entertainment carrying the momentum. Max Fire now needs to do something desperate to turn the tides back in his favor. Johnny Entertainment with the counter. Went for a huge drop kick, misses, and then a springboard. Moonsault there by Max Fire. What a first match of this quarterfinals we are seeing right now. These two really putting it all out there to walk out the winner. And only one of them can. Max Fire picking him back up to his feet. Big kick to the gut. And again, Max Fire now with relentless offense. There's a clothesline. And he goes straight into the cover again, just trying to get rid of Johnny Entertainment. And still Johnny gets out at 2. They really are entertaining the crowd. He can't believe it. but only one of them can do it, and still we are no closer to terminating. There it is, the double foot to the face again. Max Fire might be nearing the end, and I think he's sensing that right here. He's sensing the end could be here right now. Trying to find the gut wrench again. Still, Johnny Entertainment fights back. Johnny trying to get him up now, couldn't do it. And now Max Fire waits for him to spin around, sets him up perfectly. Could try and slam him down again. Oh, what a move by Max Fire. Aeroplane spin into a cutter, and that sets him up perfectly for the gut wrench suplex. Johnny fought hard, but Johnny is down, and Max Fire is going to the... What? Johnny kicks again. Look at Max's face, he can't believe it. Max Fire does not believe his eyes and goes straight to the top rope with an elbow drop. How on earth is Johnny Entertainment still in this matchup? Still going strong, kick to the gut. What can he do from here? Looking for an axe kick. Oh, well caught by Max Fire and tosses them away. Max Fire doing whatever it takes, going for a third gut wrench power suplex, gets him again. Surely that's it, straight into the cover. Has Max Fire finally got a semi-final spot? Yes, he has. Max Fire's done it. What a show by both these men, and Max Fire collapses in exhaustion. But Max Fire has progressed to the semi-finals of this competition. What a matchup. Both these two put everything they had into this match, and eventually the third deadlift gut wrench suplex was enough to put down Johnny Entertainment. Max Fire can celebrate. He's going to the semi-finals, and he is just one match away from a spot in the finals at Insomnia. Well, a huge victory for him. Commiserations to Johnny Entertainment. But remember, if Johnny Entertainment is your favorite, be sure to vote for him, and he could still get a WIW contract if he is your most popular voted superstar. But nonetheless, a huge win for Max Fire. He makes his way to the semi-finals of the tournament. A huge, huge victory for Max Fire. But that's not all the entertainment we have for tonight. Let's move on down the rest of the card, where we've got 2 more women's matches to go. And of course, we'll find out who will be facing Max Fire in the semi-finals. Next up tonight, the first match of women's action in the quarter-final round. And it's going to be a big one. It is Joyce Andrews taking on Brianna Skeens. Of course, Brianna Skeens beating Diana in the first round. Joyce Andrews beating Caitlin Hall. So, some big names there from WIW, of course. Caitlin Hall, of course, the sister of Robert Hall. Diana was best friends of SDC. And Brianna Skeens, of course, the brother of... sister of Brad Skeens, of course, is in the WIW Championship Finals now and has a shot at the world title at Insomnia. But here's someone who didn't need a name to get herself into this tournament, who showed herself why she deserved to be here in her incredible first round display. It is Joyce Andrews. Can she get the job done here as easily as she did against Caitlin Hall last time out? A fantastic performance it was from her. She really did show what she was capable of in that first round, Joyce Andrews, and now she needs to carry that on into the second round, because it was a fantastic performance, but it's going to get much more of intense competition now into the latest stages of this tournament. So can Joyce Andrews put on another joy-tastic performance, if you'll pardon the pun, to get through to the semi-finals? And of course, remember, in the quarterfinals, we'll be voting for, at the end of the quarterfinals, we'll be voting for a wild card entry to be going back into the semi-finals. There's still hope, should she fail to win here tonight. Next woman down to the ring, of course, it is the very different sister to Brad Skeens. It is Brianna Skeens, and wearing the Brad Skeens official t-shirt there, trying to get a little bit of a promotion, I feel, for his match. Of course, remember, Brad Skeens and Stephen Miller will be colliding for the WIW Championship at Insomnia. Even if you guys don't make it, if any of you guys are in this tournament and you don't make it, you gotta watch Insomnia. It is gonna be one hell of a show, I personally guarantee it, and that match could be one of the highlights of the night should it go according to plan. I'm sure we'll know which way Brad Skeens wants it to go, but for Brianna, he can't worry about his brother. She can't worry about his brother right now. She has to worry only about this tournament. She has to worry about going to Insomnia herself and getting herself a WIW contract. She has a chance to do that, but can Brianna do that herself tonight by getting past Joyce Andrews? And here we go, bell rings, and away we go. And it was a fantastic matchup from both of these women's last time out. Brianna had a much more tougher matchup, I feel, with Diana, in the sense that she really struggled to get the job done. Joyce, it came pretty easy to her, to be fair. She did a fantastic job in that first round and continued to dominate. And that's exactly what she did. And Joyce Andrews is continuing now to try and get a good start in, but Brianna Skeens not going to let it go just like that. Two very different styles here of fighting. Brianna Skeens promising spectacular entertainment when she competes, and that's a great start there with the nice little splash in the middle rope. A fantastic aerialist kind of fighter, whereas Joyce, she does a lot of the heavy hitting on the ground. A very nice DDT, but she's very athletic as well. Look at this, hyping herself up, and the crowd's loving Joyce Andrews. They haven't forgotten about her incredible first round performance in the tournament. And now Joyce Andrews trying to get herself a bit more offense in here. Beautiful Hurricane Rana. And Brianna Skeens under heavy fire to start this one off. And Joyce Andrews knocks off Caitlin all with relative ease. Can she knock off another sister of a WIW family member? That would definitely start to make herself known. Joyce Andrews. And remember, if you like one of these women and you feel that they deserve a spot in WIW, you can vote for them to be your most popular superstar. And should they get voted as the most popular, they will get automatically a WIW contract. And they will be signing in for season number 2. Brianna Skeens back to the top rope. She seems to enjoy it from up there. Oh, and she misses the elbow drop, though. Well scouted by Brianna Skeens. And now, not Brianna Skeens, well scouted by Joyce Andrews, sorry. Now Andrews trying to get her up, misses. Now Brianna Skeens gets her up. And again a counter, this time by Joyce Andrews. Now what can Joyce Andrews do? Dropping her down there. Very nicely done. And getting her up. What can she do now? Has her up on the shoulders. What's she thinking? Oh, and a massive roundhouse kick there by Joyce Andrews. Very nicely done. And now Joyce Andrews to the top. What's she thinking now? Look at this. Oh, what a move. And the crowd are loving this. What a performance. Again from Joyce Andrews. She had a standout matchup in round 1. Right now in the quarterfinals, in complete control of Brianna Skeens. And now look at this. Look at the leg and a little miniature DDT to the leg. She's going to go into the cover off of that. She's landed a lot of offense, but still not enough to keep Brianna Skeens down in this match. Now Brianna needs to start fighting back now because Joyce is ready to finish this one off. And she hasn't really got going in this one. She's had a couple of high-flying tricks, but not really much to get it going. Oh, now look at this. Playing to the crowd, and look at that. Joyce did not take kindly to that. Huge kicks to the gut. And taking down Brianna Skeens there. Joyce Andrews really fired up. There's the beautiful takedown she was looking for a minute ago. Joyce Andrews doing brilliantly here to start off these quarterfinals for the women's bracket, just like she did to start off round 1. Brianna Skeens under heavy fire, and she needs to start getting going, or this could end problematic for her. Another counter by Joyce Andrews. And now looking for a running bulldog. Perfectly executed. Straight into the cover off the running bulldog. She's had more than enough offense to get this one done, but it's not enough just yet. Brianna Skeens keeps going. Picking her back up now. Joyce Andrews looking for the end. Beautiful. Tiger powerbomb again. And into the cover. Is that going to be enough to get the job done and get rid of Skeens? No, it's not. It's a 2. With a Tiger powerbomb, it only took 1 to keep Caitlin. Oh, no, it took 2 to keep Caitlin Hall down. And Brianna Skeens is going to need another one as well. But Joyce Andrews in firm control of the situation for the moment. Oh, went to crash her into the corner there, and she couldn't. Well escaped by Skeens, and now needs to mount some offense of her own, or this could be very problematic for her. Beautiful monkey flip there in the corner by Brianna Skeens. And now Skeens lining up in the corner. What's she thinking? Running up. Oh! And the Skeens family signature spear. Is that the end of Joyce Andrews? Gets the shoulder up. And we never saw that in the first round. A Skeens family spear by Brianna. And all of a sudden, the tides turn again. And now look at this, crashing her into the corner and laying her down flat with a power slam. Brianna Skeens, all of a sudden, finding a new lease of life in this match, and Joyce Andrews needs to worry now. She's under heavy fire again, and there's a knee right across the jaw. And now to the outside, going to make use maybe of the weaponry. Remember, no countouts or disqualifications. Anything goes in this matchup. And Brianna Skeens ready to take advantage of that. She's bringing in a table. Joyce Andrews desperately trying to get back to her feet. She has no idea where all of a sudden this second wind has come from Brianna Skeens. Now Skeens has her on the ropes. What's she thinking here? Bounces her off and a big strike to the back. And again, now just wailing away on her. And into the cover, she thinks she's done enough. It's been a big spell of offense for her, but it hasn't been enough to get the job done. But what a performance has been by Brianna Skeens to fight back. Oh! Face plants the table on that dodge. Oh, look at this by Joyce Andrews. What a move. And straight into the cover there. Is that going to be enough to get rid of Brianna? It might be. Knocks her out by crashing her face right onto the table. And Joyce Andrews is going to the semi-finals. Well, Skeens with a second wind in that match, a new lease of life. And she couldn't get it done with the Tiger Powerbomb, but she gets it done there. Skeens with the spear. We've become familiar with seeing that, but it wasn't enough to get the job done. But this was the finishing blow, drilling her head right down there with a nice little Hurricane Rana driver. And Brianna Skeens is now eliminated. If you want to see her come back, be sure to vote for her as your most popular superstar of the tournament for the women's bracket. But Joyce Andrews, after another incredible display, is making her way to the semi-finals of the tournament. It is now one match away from going to Insomnia to fight for a WIW contract. Another fantastic performance from Joyce Andrews, and if she continues like this in this tournament, I'm not going to see many people that are going to slow her down. She really has the momentum right now, but can she carry that through to the semi-finals and book her place at Insomnia? Let's move on down the rest of the card. The quarterfinals continue on here for the second match of the men's bracket. And making his way down to the ring, it is the Iceman, Joe Synistrad, as I've now been told that it is pronounced. And Joe Synistrad watched earlier on as Max Fire made it to the next round. We could be seeing a classic battle of fire and ice in the semi-finals if he makes it through, but Joe Synistrad, after an impressive performance in the first round, will be taking on someone who had just equally as impressive of a first round, of course. Joe Synistrad taking out Tay-Terra in what was probably one of the better matches of the round, I'd have to say. It was a fantastic contest between the two. Could have gone either way, but in the end it went the Iceman's way. And the Iceman, Joe Synistrad, will now be going up against the Aussie brawler, Nik Hemmerling. The winner will face Max Fire in the semi-finals of the WIW Road to Glory Season 2. But without further ado, let's get him out here. The man with the nickname, the Aussie Brawler from Melbourne, Australia. It's a former UFC competitor, Nicholas Hemmerling, ready to go here tonight and throw down with Joe Synistrad. A spot in the semi-finals is up for grab. And this man put on a fantastic performance last time out. I feel like his was a lot more one-sided than Joe Synistrad's was. He absolutely obliterated Yami Moshi, in my opinion. I mean, Yami Moshi put up a fight, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that match was always going to go one way from the get-go, and it was always going to go the way of the Aussie Brawler in that one. Well, two men ready to go, and this is the final matchup for today's episode of the men's bracket. The winner will take on Max Fire in the semi-finals. Who's going to make it? Let's find out. And two very different styles. Very much an MMA style from the Aussie Brawler. And right, straight in with the fists. Huge MMA style punches, as you can see. And now look at this. There's the different style of offense. A proper trained wrestler. Remember, Joe Synistrad was a graduate, I believe he's a graduate, or is still training maybe. He's a graduate of the JMJ Academy, and that has featured such people such as JW Cashman, who of course is a Road to Glory runner-up as the most popular voted superstar. Joe Synistrad will hope that he doesn't need to depend on the popular vote and that he can win the tournament, but Nik Hemmerling has already come in with some heavy shots. Really showing off his MMA style. Went for the clothesline there, well avoided, but only to find his way back into his arms and into a neck breaker. And Nik Hemmerling off to a fantastic start in this one. And it doesn't look like he's slowing down. Back into the neck breaker again.
He's going to want to make sure
and,
this doesn't snowball out.
Joe Synistrad under early fire. And Nik Hemmerling now for the middle rope. This is not what you'd expect from him. There's a double axe handle to the top of the skull. And you know this man's got to pack a punch. But Joe Synistrad, the Iceman, as he's shown in the first round against Tay-Terra, he can take a punch. And this is high stakes. One man will make it to the semi-finals to face Max Fire. The other will have to depend on being the fan favorites' votes to get into WIW. Big double knees there by Joe Synistrad. Now getting him back to his feet, but Nik Hemmerling says he'll get back on his own terms and a big Russian leg sweep. Very simple offense from Joe Synistrad, exactly what you'd expect from someone who trains in the mixed martial arts style. And now look at this big slam down. Very nicely done. Showing his strength off here with a deadlift suplex. And now going to do it again, just like Max Fire did to progress to the second round. The crowd hyping up here as Nik Hemmerling. Definitely showing his strength off there. Straight into the cover. The referee very slow to come down and make the count. And that's going to result in a 1, but it was probably a 2. Should the referee have got down a little quicker. And now looking at using the elbows, showing off his fantastic style of MMA fighting. Look at this, just pummeling him on the ground. Joe Synistrad is in trouble here because Nik Hemmerling is fired up and he is really showing off his true style. What a strike! A single punch bringing Synistrad to the apron. And now trying to advance forward, but Joe Synistrad now needs to fire up some offense, telling Hemmerling to suck it. Trying to fire himself up here, and the crowd are loving it. As Synistrad, all of a sudden, big chop, big drop kick, and a big clothesline to take him down. Very nice combination there. Well, it's a nice little comeback here by the Iceman. Can he capitalize? Went for a closesline, misses. And now Hemmerling has him in his grasp for an inverted DDT. Look at this fire, and he's confident right now. Nik Hemmerling's been in complete control, and now some more ground and pound. Absolutely pummeling away here on the Iceman, Joe Synistrad. He needs to do something big here because the Aussie Brawler is living up to his nickname. Gets him in the corner, not a good place to be. This is what wrapped up his win last time against Yami Moshi. Is it going to be enough to get rid of Synistrad right now? The Aussie Brawler with a huge drop kick and an arm twist as well for style. That could be the end of the Iceman right there. A dominating performance. Has he done enough, though, to keep Iceman down? No, he hasn't. It's a 2 count. What a fantastic display so far from Nicholas Hemmerling, but he still hasn't got enough to get down Synistrad, and that's exactly what Tay-Terra found out last time out, that it takes more than that to keep Synistrad down. Went for a clothesline, well caught though by Synistrad and taking him down with a powerbomb. Very nicely done. Synistrad, quite the heavy striker himself. He proved that in the last round. Is that going to be enough to get the job done? Hemmerling gets the shoulder up.
Just not enough damage done yet, Cole.
Well, what a contest. I told you the quarterfinals would get even more heated. That's exactly what we're getting here. And now look at this. Lele trying to trade the strike. There was the strike that got him through to the next round last time. Is it enough? Has it knocked out the MMA fighter? I didn't think so. I'm sure he's used to taking punches like that, but what a punch from the Iceman. Fantastic strike. And it didn't knock out Nik Hemmerling for good, and now this might, with a couple of hits from the kendo stick, oh, well sidestepped by Hemmerling, and takes him out with a clothesline before he can use it. Well, Hemmerling's been in the majority control, and now lands a strike of his own. Picking him straight back up, doesn't want to waste any time here, Hemmerling. He sees that the Iceman has regained control, and it doesn't want to let it slip. Now the big strikes once again. Big headbutt has him on the ropes and takes him to the outside. What fantastic offense it has been from Nik Hemmerling. So simple, but so powerful and effective. Straight back in the ring, doesn't want to spend any time on the outside. Now has him down on the ground. What's he thinking here? Nik Hemmerling just going to go for the cover. Oh wait, Nik Hemmerling with his feet on the ropes, just trying to advance any way that he can to the next round. but the Iceman kicks out at 2 again. But look at this, staying on top of him, not giving him a second. Has him in the corner. Oh, look at this, he's going big. He's going big here, Nik Hemmerling. No, well countered by Synistrad. And now looking to fly. Oh, misses the elbow. Poor aerial range there by Joe Synistrad. And doesn't connect, and he was quite close there with the elbow. Big miss, but now going to make up for it. Looking for a superplex. This could do some damage here to Nik Hemmerling. Should he connect? Boom, right in the middle of the ring with a big superplex and straight into the cover. The referee very quick down to make that cover, but it's only a 2 again. Nik Hemmerling fights on. We're taking some offense now. This will be a real test for him to see how he deals with the punishment. Big counter there by Nik Hemmerling. And now bringing him back to his feet. What can he do? Massive strike again! Such a powerful heavy hitter. And we see what type of a fighter he was in the UFC. That is for sure. Or not the UFC, excuse me, the MMA. And that is exactly what he's doing. Right here, showing off his true power and strength. Another Russian leg sweep. And now look at this, begging him to get back to his feet, looking for a finish. The Iceman in serious jeopardy. Oh, well countered. Very well countered. And now can he land something of his own? Catches the clothesline, and a big powerbomb down again. Now the Iceman with an opportunity. He has an opening to wrap this one up. Can he find something to do just that? Oh, what's he thinking here? Oh, look at that, just tossing him across the air. Very nicely done there by the Iceman. Targeting the arms now. Maybe he's going to go for a submission ending. Trying to go for the... Oh, look at that! The power behind that clothesline. And I think that might be lights out for Hemmerling. Oh, no! 2.5, and I thought the hand was down for 3, and so did Joe Synistrad. But Nik Hemmerling kicks. Well, we've only seen 2 matches so far in the quarterfinals. But what a display it's been from everyone participating so far. No one wants to back out now. They've made it this far. They want to keep going. Off the exploder suplex, into the cover goes Hemmerling, and he gets a 2 again.
I am in shock.
Boy, oh boy, what a battle. It's been back and forth all of a sudden. After a dominating start from Nik Hemmerling, Synistrad showing signs of life. Gets behind, what can he do? Big slam down onto the apron. And now dragging him away. Trying to make the cover if he can, getting him away from the ropes. Oh, look at this. Karma's coming back around here for Nik Hemmerling, and it could cause him to be the end of him. It's a 2 count. Back to his feet. Look at that, not going to waste any time moping. Just going to straight away go back on the offensive. What a fantastic quarterfinal matchup we are seeing right now. Remember, the winner will take on Max Fire in the semi-finals. And now look at this, soaring away on his face. Doing whatever he can think of to keep Hemmerling down. Hemmerling keeps getting back up, keeps fighting on, and Joe Synistrad is not appreciating that at all. Back to his feet, massive whip over the shoulder to bring him back down. But look at Hemmerling fighting his way back up. And now what can he do? Big Russian leg sweep again. Bring him straight back up to his feet. No, went for the big strike again, but well countered by Synistrad, and can now he land a big strike of his own. Or what's he thinking here? Trying to get him up for a powerbomb. Oh, very well caught there. Very well read by Hemmerling. And now a massive clothesline of his own. These two really battling hard. Neither one of them ready to go home or give up in this tournament. And I thought Max Fire and Johnny Entertainment was a brilliant match, but this has been by far the best match of the tournament so far. Neither of these two giving up, giving an edge. Massive pop-up punch. And has that done enough to knock out Nik Hemmerling? No, he hasn't. A 2 count. And look at Joe Synistrad. He's exhausted. What a fantastic contest we are seeing. But I feel like we're coming to an end. Good night. Another knockout punch. And to an MMA fight, that must be ultimate humiliation. No. What? Synistrad can't believe it. He just can't keep Nik Hemmerling down. All the big strikes in the world. This has been literally a powerhouse fight. 2 men who pack massive punches, just striking with each other at maximum power. Up on the shoulders now. What can he do here? What's he thinking? Samoan driver. Just trying to keep him down however he can. Straight into the cover. The referee quick to make the count. Is that enough? He's finally done it. Nik Hemmerling gets rid of Joe Synistrad finally. What a match these two put on. It was just strike after strike. Both of these two packing massive amount of punches. That was like a real-life UFC fight, that one. But in the end, Joe Synistrad just couldn't keep the Aussie brawler down. It didn't matter how many powerful punches he threw at him. Nik Hemmerling was used to taking that kind of torment. But what a contest. Massive knockout punch to get it done, and Nik Hemmerling will be going to the semi-finals to take on Max Fire. And what a victory in what was an incredible match. Two powerhouses throwing back and forth, but in the end, only one man could walk out the winner, and that man on the day was the Aussie brawler, Nik Hemmerling. Let's move on to the final match of this episode. Final match for this episode, and it is the women's battle again this time. And we've seen already one of the matches. The winner of this will face Joyce Andrews in the semi-finals of the women's tournament. And this is a big one, so we'll see how it goes. First up, Rebecca Evans. Rebecca Evans ready to go here tonight. She had a fantastic performance last time out, but now can she get it done? She took on Rachel Walker. She managed to survive that match, but to be honest, it was a bit nip and tuck for her. I feel like she really struggled in that match at times, but she managed to walk out the winner regardless, and she is here in the quarterfinals for a reason. And now she needs to show her strength here again in the rest of the tournament. The only female member of the Fallen Kingdom was the only thing that she really put on her description of mention. And of course, the Rebecca Evans of the Fallen Kingdom. Mason Foster's already made it, but and so is Malcolm Black, of course, was also in the Fallen Kingdom, I'm being told. So unfortunately, he's out of the tournament now for the time being. Could have been a complete set for the Fallen Kingdom over on this brand, but it wasn't to be. But Rebecca Evans seems confident as she waits in the ring for the woman to arrive. And here she is again for the second time today for a lot of you. It is Brooke Lynn. That is right. She is back after her first big win against Samantha Stone, taking on a heavyweight and walking out the winner. And that's exactly how you make your name. And she looked very impressive in that match as well, Brooke Lynn. Absolutely turned her inside out and managed to get the job done, and she is now a semi-finalist. 2 episodes in 1 day for her. It's been a busy day for Brooke Lynn, but now she gets a chance to shine for the rest of the tournament. Remember, the winner of this will take on Joyce Andrews in the semi-finals of the WIW Road to Glory first ever women's bracket. And of course, remember, there will also be a wild card return in the semi-finals, so whoever gets your vote for the wild card return from the quarter-final round only will come back in the tournament, and we'll have to wait and see who that is. But remember also that even if you don't vote for them as your wild card, you can still vote for them as your favorite superstar. The polls should be in the description. If I've done everything right, we'll have to wait and see. Bell rings and away we go. And a spot in the semi-finals up for grabs. Rebecca Evans after her big win against Rachel Walker and Brooke Lynn earlier on today in the earlier episode, getting the job done against Samantha Stone. And Brooke Lynn had to survive some heavy hits in that one. She dominated the majority of the match, to be said, but we saw how heavy hitting the natural heavyweight of Samantha Stone was, so she had to put up with a fight here. But right now, Rebecca Evans putting up much stronger offense than Brooke Lynn did. Not Brooke Lynn, Samantha Stone did. So we'll see how she dealing with the offense here tonight. But a lot of experience on her side here for Rebecca Evans, working on other brands from across the world. We'll see how she does here tonight. I believe she said she was wrestling for about a year and a half. So we'll see how she does. So far, she stepped up to the occasion, and she's got off to a great start in this matchup. Big strike to the jaw, and now to the gut. Nice little combination here. Oh, went for one more big strike, but the quick offense. She said she was very athletic. That's the only thing that she put in her description, but it was a capital on the very, and that's exactly what she is showing here. Very athletic with a capital very. And now to the outside, where she's got a kendo stick here, and just runs back into the ring, waiting for Rebecca Evans to come right into it. A massive run-up. Straight into it. Oh, well, she caught it that time. Very nicely done there by Rebecca Evans. Strikes her with it and takes her out. Very nicely done. And now to the outside she goes with the kendo stick still in hand. She's just going to drop it. Oh, no. She thought about putting it away. She decides against it. Brooke Lynn tried to fire a strike there. Gets it back and lays the kendo stick across the body of Rebecca Evans. Trying to see where she is, but she looked a little disoriented there. She rolls out of harm's way. And now what's Brooke Lynn doing? Brooke Lynn just putting down the kendo stick out of harm's way. And now what's she doing? Oh, big takedown there with the leg sweep and pummeling away with the fists. Brooke Lynn's looked very impressive in this tournament so far. We'll see how she continues on in this as this tournament progresses, but Rebecca Evans, after her strong start, is now under heavy fire. The kendo stick has not done her any favors. Brooke Lynn was waiting for her to get back to her feet, and she might regret that. Oh no, well countered by Brooke Lynn, showing the athleticism off again. Very nicely done. Lifting her back up to her feet. Oh no, well countered by Brooke Lynn. Oh, look at where she landed. Oh my God, landed right on the little stand bits of the barricade. That's going to leave a mark. I think Brooke Lynn knows that. Very nicely done by Brooke Lynn, and that's going to do the damage. Brings her back to her feet now. Rebecca Evans in trouble. Oh, well countered. Oh, God. Oh, God. Did you see that? Jesus Christ. Into the cover, and it's only a 1.
Very nice.
Jesus Christ. What the hell happened to Brooke Lynn there? Almost turned her inside out, Rebecca Evans. And now Evans might make her pay for all the damage that she's caused so far. Getting her up and just tossing her back down onto the turnbuckle. Now some kicks and strikes in the corner. And before another powerbomb out of the corner. Rebecca Evans heating herself back up after the strong start she got off to. Can she continue to dominate? No, she can't. Brooke Lynn with the counter. Now what can Brooke Lynn do? Scooping her up. What's she thinking? Looking for a powerbomb. Oh, we saw this to Samantha Stone. Oh, and a face buster straight down onto the apron. Rebecca Evans under heavy fire, and now the weapon's coming into play again. Rebecca Evans trying to recover, trying to get back to her feet as a table now being brought into play. And that's what... Oh, look at it! Oh! Straight back in the ring with a pop-up punch. And Rebecca Evans is in serious jeopardy of walking out the loser of this match. Right now, Brooke Lynn in control. Can Rebecca turn the tide? She's trying to find some life in this. Gets her up in the shoulders. No, counted again by Brooke Lynn. Brooke Lynn gets behind now. Has her down on the apron. Not setting up that table, choosing to leave it for the moment. She brought it in and she hasn't done anything because she sees Rebecca Evans in a vulnerable position and she's taking advantage. Irish whip to the corner. What's she thinking? Has her in a bad position here. Evans escapes the corner now. Oh, and now with a big strike. Oh, God, look at where the table is as well. Oh, drills her down with a massive Hurricane Rana. And just like in the final match of the tournament, the table managed to get the knockout strike. No, well countered there by Evans. Oh, on Evans, sorry, excuse me. By Brooke Lynn. Lynn with the counter and now in the corner. Oh, God, she's going for it again. The same move that she used to knock out Samantha Stone. Is it going to do the job here to Rebecca Evans? Drive-by drop kick. Perfectly executed and straight into the cover. It knocked out Samantha Stone. Has it knocked out Rebecca Evans? No, it hasn't. 2 count. Look at Brooke Lynn. That's clearly the go-to move and didn't quite work there. And now stomping away in frustration. Rebecca Evans needs to fight back in this match. Firing herself up, oh! But she's met with a massive spinning heel kick. Taunting right in the face of Brooke Lynn. And she pays for it. Oh, look at that! Brooke Lynn flying across to the outside. What a contest. This quarterfinals for both the men and the women's brackets have been absolutely insane. Truly spectacular performances from both of the women here tonight and all of the men and all of the women. It's been a fantastic night of action. She thinks she's done enough to get rid of Rebecca Evans. She might have done, but Rebecca Evans still fights on. Rebecca Evans in survival mode as Brooke Lynn continues to dominate. Just like she did in the first round. And now looking to do the same again to get herself to the quarterfinals. Massive knee from the corner. And Rebecca Evans needs to do something drastic here. The Hurricane Rana on the table has probably been her best strike for a little while. Now gets her up, needs to show the power that she was demonstrating in the first bit of the match. That's exactly what she does there. She drops her down onto the rope and now to the middle rope. She flies and drops down perfectly. Rebecca Evans just trying to steal the cover now, just trying to get out of there. This has been a dangerous match for her. She's been put through hell, and she still can't get rid of Brooke Lynn. Brooke Lynn has been fantastic so far. Rebecca Evans really needs to find something here to keep herself in this matchup. But Brooke Lynn is just somehow staying in control. Picking her straight back up to her feet. Big chop, big strike, spinning her around. What's she thinking here? Oh, look at this. Oh, a massive face buster. What a move there by Brooke Lynn. Oh, but look at this. Rebecca Evans just shakes it off as if nothing even happened. Rebecca Evans back to her feet, trying to do something. But again, a counter by Brooke Lynn. Oh, well caught there by Rebecca Evans. Oh, well flipped out again by Brooke Lynn. Fast tempo matchup we are seeing right here, and I feel like Brooke Lynn is ready to put her away, but Rebecca Evans just with such a fighting spirit, just refusing to give in, into the cover again. Is that going to be enough to get the job done? Oh, close, very, very close there. And now get her into the head scissors again, and hammer away with the elbows to the top of the skull. And now Rebecca Evans finding some life in this match. Big strike, spins her around. What's she thinking here? Oh, massive German suplex. Oh, she's not done there. Gets her into a full Nelson suplex as well. And a full variation of suplexes. Straight jacket too. Fantastic work by Rebecca Evans, who's trying her best to fight back in this match, and she does the job there to find some life. Brooke Lynn is down. Can she take advantage? Big strike. Now what's she thinking here? Looking for a pump handle slam. She gets it down. Big slam, and that might be enough. This could be the end of the tournament for Brooke Lynn right now. Is that enough to get Evans in the next round? No, it's not.
Wow, that's pure power,
worry signs for Rebecca Evans, and she panics as she scrambles and said that's a 3. She's going to have to try and stay in control of Brooke Lynn now. She's got the control finally in this match, just like she did at the start. Brooke Lynn dominated the middle, but now can she find an ending? Oh, and look at that. Beautiful move, taking down Brooke Lynn. Both women down, shattered. They are absolutely exhausted after this physical contest. Only one of them can go on to face Joyce Andrews. Oh, and she nearly got it there. Brooke Lynn was almost done for. And Rebecca Evans couldn't do it. These two are so tired, just trying to find that final strike that's going to keep down their opponent. Oh, and taking it down there with an inverted Russian leg sweep. Brooke Lynn now picking it back up, needs to find the control that she had a moment ago. What's she thinking here? Look at this, gets her up. Oh, and into a neck breaker, very nicely done. Fantastic contest between these two, and I feel it's coming to a close very soon. It's just a matter of which way it's going to go. Brooke Lynn doing everything in her power to make sure it's her. Straight into the cover of that move. No hesitation. Is it going to be enough? Finally, she's done it. Brooke Lynn knocks off Rebecca Evans, and she is progressing to the semi-finals. Rebecca Evans, it took nothing short of being run over by a bus to get this one done. But she is down and she is out. She put up an impressive comeback. But in the end, it really was Brooke Lynn's night. She has progressed to the semi-finals, and she will be taking on Joyce Andrews in the first matchup of the semi-finals. A fantastic display from her. Commiserations to Rebecca Evans, but remember, if you want to see her still in the semi-finals, you can vote for her as your wild card. Alternatively, you can vote for her as your favorite superstar of the tournament, and she'll be getting a WIW contract. But remember, your vote is so important in these tournaments. But that's going to be it for tonight. That's the two first semi-finals for both the men's and the women's confirmed, and we've still got 2 more to confirm as well, so stay tuned, and we'll be doing some more Road to Glory action this week, of course, because with Insomnia right around the corner, we need to find out who is going to make it. That's all for tonight. Be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the show. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I really struggle with that outro, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.